Gidon, Ariel of Root Source. So glad that you can join us. We are at the 100th anniversary memorial event run by the Stand With Us organization regarding the centennial of the Balfour Declaration. It is being held in an historic room in an historic building. This is the Weizmann Hall of the National Institutions Building in Jerusalem, home of the Jewish Agency. And before the founding of the State of Israel, it was basically like the Knesset, the parliament of the state in the making. This room is the hall that Chaim Weizmann, who was the first president of Israel, was sworn in as president in this room. And it is often used for momentous occasions. Chaim Weizmann, as I'm sure we'll hear tonight, was instrumental in the Balfour Declaration being passed and being issued. So tonight we are very happy to be here. It's a British accent evening, and we're so glad that you could be with us.
Ladies, gents, Ambassador, it's a great honour to be here and to be representing the British government. I've been the Deputy Ambassador here in Israel.
Ladies and gentlemen, it really is a pleasure and a privilege to be here and to be asked to share some thoughts about the family.
We must take the education to a new level in order to empower our students to stand up for what they believe in and share the truth about Israel. A year ago, during the horrendous and hateful Israel Apartheid Week in the UK, one of our Christian student leaders approached me and said that he sees the level of intimidation towards the Jewish students and he wants to support and show solidarity. He said that Christian students should be there whenever an anti-Semitic incident occurs. He said that we need to come up with a plan to counter that Apartheid Week by initiating the first ever Israel Peace Week. Instead of hate, he discussed peace. Instead of violence, he shared ideas and stories about coexistence and diversity, exposing hundreds of students to a different point of view. In a compelling and professional manner, of course, this eventually led the university to cancel Apartheid Week at Exeter University in the UK and vocally support Israel Peace Week. He did it, big time.
For the finale of tonight, I would like to introduce the main event and something that we've all been looking forward to. I'd like to bring up here former Canadian ambassador to Israel, Ms. Vivian Berkovich, who will introduce our special guest for tonight, Lord Turnberg. Thank you.
I'd like to ask you as to what Lord Balfour would think if he were here today, of what has become of his preliminary thought.
I think, well, he'd be amazed that the state of Israel is so strong and surprisingly stable and so effective in the world. He'd be amazed at that. But he'd be devastated by the fact that we have not got a peaceful two-state solution. But I think the Arab Peace Initiative, the Arab nations, the more pragmatic Arab nations, they're not very friendly to Israel, but at least they're coming around to the idea that they'd recognize a Jewish state in Palestine, just as Balfour did. So we've got a circle, and I think that that is a positive sign. But will it happen soon? I think it's extremely doubtful. Will it need new and braver leaders? I think it will. Is it worth trying? Of course it is. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you all.
So it's a very interesting event, a very valuable event for us. First of all, for me on a personal level as an Israeli, and also as the director of Stand With Us UK. Taking this historical letter and discussing what it brought to today and what it became the state of Israel today is very significant to us as the Jewish people and also to people in Israel. So hearing from the Canadian ambassador in Israel, a Lord who came all the way from the UK to speak, and different other speakers from the embassy is significant to us. So my main concern, and it might be obvious, is anti-Semitism. Today on UK campuses, the place where our future leaders are being educated, we face incitement and hatred towards the Jewish people and Jewish students, and to be honest, those who support Israel in general. And as a Jewish student, you are afraid to put your yarmulke on your head and to express your Judaism in public. So I think this is a challenge and a concern, not only to Jewish students, but to people who support Israel. My main hope for the future is actually the amazing students that we do work with. I work with Christian students, Muslim students, and Jewish students who come together, first of all, create a dialogue and create a better understanding between religions and then better understanding of politics in the Middle East. And by understanding that, by cultivating these amazing future leaders, we will be able to make a change. It needs hard work, lots of effort and dedication, but we're on the right way.
Thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you very much for having me.